Can we have forever in the palm of our hands? It's now or never. Yeah, nothing gets better. You're like the waves in the sand in sunny weather. You feel like home, I want your skin on mine. Be that now or later, yeah, you taste divine. When I am with you, you make me feel brand new, like a sunflower.
Welcome to the Indie Tea Talk podcast. I'm Adam and this is Beth, your hosts for a journey into indie music across the north of England. Tune in as we share a brew with some of the most exciting indie artists around, exploring their unique melodies and creating a space where you can discover your favourite music like never before. And whilst you're here, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button. It's a massive help to us and the amazing artists that we feature. Today on the Indie Tea Talk podcast, we're joined by an artist whose journey is equal parts passion, self-discovery and musical reinvention. Em Louise has been singing since the age of 12, from school choirs to pub gigs and to earning a degree in music production and performance, and finally releasing her debut single in 2024. Her rich, textured sound comes complete with soulful vocals, fingerstyle guitar, and something a little extra, the saxophone. With teenage gigs in Cornwall and Devon, sessions at Bucharest and Denmark, and tracks such as Carrying the Fire, diving into aspects such as grief and resilience, we're going to be talking about it all. So, please welcome to the studio, Em Louise. Hello.
Hello, how's it going? Thanks for having me, guys.
Thange you for coming.
Very excited to be here.
Oh, so we're really excited to have you.
And please tell me if I do sit like a shrimp, because I need to really work on my posture, okay? So please do give me,
We should have tied like a broom to your back or something.
So I just sat like this. Honestly, it's so easy to just sit like that. But yeah, I'm constantly thinking posture.
If you remember, if you start slouching, your head will be underneath the microphone, and that's not a good point.
No.
So.
That's not very good for the polar patterns or whatever.
No, absolutely not. You'll be causing me all sorts of nightmares in the edit.
Can't be having that.
No. So you started singing when you were just 11. What do you remember about the first solo performances, and how did that make you feel?
So what happened was, in year 7 at my high school, the music teacher, honestly, it's quite funny looking back at it, to be honest, was like, get into pairs or threes, and you're going to do a cover of a song, either with a backing track or with like an instrument, so guitar, piano. Anyway, it was like the first few weeks of school. I didn't really know anyone, so I ended up pairing up with a girl that lived in the village that I got the bus with. And She was a lovely girl. She was ever so quiet, though. So... you know where it's going to go, don't you? So I wanted to do Halo by Beyonce, but then I thought, no, maybe not, maybe not, because I've never sang before. And then I ended up doing Lego House by Ed Sheeran. So I got the backing track on like a CD or something, like proper like old school vibes. And then me and this young lass sang it in front of the class, and bless her, she was so quiet that all you could hear was me going, I'm gonna pick up the pieces and build a Lego house. And like, honestly, everyone was so nice to me after, and they were like, you've got a nice voice and all this. And I was like, what are you on about? And then the teacher ended up sending my parents a letter home saying Em should start singing lessons. So I did, and then I sort of found my voice, learned that I can use it in different settings with a duet, choirs and stuff like that. So I ended up joining the school choir and various other choirs throughout sort of my early teenage years, and loved it. There was one performance where I was just bawling my eyes out because all the harmonies got to me so much that I was the one kid in this like 50-person choir just bawling my eyes out. That was a lot. But so that was in the, I want to say maybe like this time of the year, but like October of that year. And then I did my first solo age 11 other Christmas, and someone had dropped out, and then the sixth former doing the organ was like, will you sing Once in Royal David City? So I said, yeah, Once in Royal David City. I ended up singing that. I'd never heard it before. He just was like singing, he gave me the words and was like, you just do it. I was like, okay. And
just run with it.
I just ran with it, and my parents had no idea what the situation was. They just thought I was going to be a little year 7 at the back of the church or whatever, singing along. And then I was sort of hidden in front of a 7-foot Christmas tree, thank God. And my parents were like, what the hell is this? I didn't know you could sing. And they were just, that was it. It was like, the encouragement around me was, you've got a gift here, like it's time to do something with it. And then I found I feel like I'm proper waffling.
No.
And then I found just that through as I was growing up, that it was like my crutch and my friend that kept me feeling calm and brought me so much joy. So yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely.
That's really wholesome.
Yeah. I like that. It's a lovely, wholesome story
Yeah.
about the beginnings and where it all stems from. And
Yeah.
you know, it sounds like a couple of almost accidental scenarios where you've turned up and all of a sudden you've created this career out of these couple of little what could have been quite insignificant moments have turned into something that's a lot more.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, I would love to see little Year 7 Em Louise singing Ed Sheeran Lego House, because
me too, to be fair.
I think I was probably like swaying, had my hands like that, probably really awkward, and just sort of, I just think it'd be absolutely hilarious to like rewind on that one. But
it's a shame there's no footage.
Yeah. I don't even think iPhones did exist then, but it was a different level of technology.
Yeah. It's still quite grainy footage.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, very grainy. So that was that really, and then picked up the sax shortly after. So the teacher was very encouraging. He was like, "Come on, I was already playing piano, and I could only really play one song well, which was and everyone thought it was really impressive because I was 11, going like, and that's like the only thing that looked all right.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Just kept pushing myself and did sax, a couple of exams and stuff, but then found academia. No. So
no,
yeah.
it's a horrible world.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'm afraid.
Well, speaking of academia, you did study music production and performance at uni.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that training and being surrounded by other musicians kind of help you to further discover your voice?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I really found my feet there. I met some amazing people, some amazing lecturers as well, some of which that I do still see today and bump into. And, I mean, it was... Where I'm from is very sort of... There's not really many musicians, and I felt sometimes a bit like, am I just a bit of a weirdo? But then going to uni, it was like, no, I'm just creative, and I need to embrace that, and being surrounded by like-minded people, going to uni and songwriting, and then sort of having to adapt through COVID and do virtual songwriting sessions has really helped me with the sort of stuff that I do today. And just being able to perform with other musicians. I've never really had that experience before, just being like on the first day, right, you lot are going to go in that room, you're in that room, you're in that room, just be a band. And I was like, all right, sound. And
okay, it's not easy, is it?
Yeah, just having people sort of embrace you and your art as well, I think it was very nice and validating in one thing and another. So and I was in a soul band for a while, Shades of Soul. I think there was 7 of us in that band, and that was a fun time. When Blueberry Hill Studios existed in Leeds, I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but that was a great spot. But yeah, and fast forward a couple of years, I mean, like I say, the lecturers I still stay in touch with. One of them invited me. She rang me and she said, "Listen, I've got an opportunity for you at Abbey Road." I was like, "Oh God, I'm there. I'm free. That day is free."
Yeah.
She was like, "We need a saxophonist. I'm going to send you what you need to learn. You need to learn it, and it's going to be in about 2 weeks' time." I was like, "Yeah, I'm there." And to still be in touch with the lecturers and have that. Although they were adults and, we were young adults, you feel like you've got a mate there and they've always got your back, and just bumping into people as well is just special. So, yeah, it was a great experience.
Recording at Abbey Road Studios is a wonderful experience anyway. It's like
it's one off the bucket list, wow.
Yeah. You walk into that space and you can almost feel the cultural history in it.
I mean, I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, vomit, faint. I didn't know what to do, if I'm honest, when I first walked in. It smelt good. The floor was nice and shiny. Like the pictures of like Florence and the Machine around me. And I felt like I don't really deserve to be here. You know what I mean? It was a bit...
Imposter syndrome almost.
It was imposter syndrome. And then, of course, we were in the famous room, I believe it's Studio 3, which is where, obviously, the Beatles did a lot of recording. As we were on our way down there, to the left, there was, like, some big orchestra setting up for, like, some Star Wars thing. And I just remember, if I'm honest, I didn't do my recording till the very end of the day. So there was time for me to go to the toilet. So I just walked around and I was like, wonder if I'll see Dua Lipa. And then I went to the toilet and I was like, Dua Lipa's probably had a wee in here. And things like that. It's really weird. But then again, they've got a really nice community feel, and there was like the cafe and stuff, and everyone was chilling outside. And that was probably one of my favourite days of my life, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the coach journey down from Leeds, everyone was really excited because it was with a big charity and everyone had a story, and it was like everyone's biggest like moment.
Yeah,
And it was kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
we were all there for each other, like proper itching to go. It was really beautiful, actually. So thank you, Tenley, for that. You know,
Yeah. They've provided such an amazing opportunity and something that you'll never forget.
Yeah,
Never
that's
forget,
it.
yeah.
And just again, an opportunity to meet others. And it was for a charity called Vera Media, which sort of helps people that have gone through addiction and adults, basically get them involved in music and production if they've got any interest or maybe not had the opportunity to do stuff. And it was, I was basically part of the band, and then the other guys were like being shown how to use the studio and stuff like that. So it was really special, because it was more than just being at Abbey Road Studios. It was like, it felt like it was being part of something productive and wholesome and rewarding at the end of the day, I think. So yeah.
So tell me about, I know obviously you've had these like moments throughout your life where it builds up to this bigger picture, but was there a single point where you thought, actually, I want to make this as a living?
100%. I mean, I think Beth and I were having a bit of a chat about this earlier as well. It's really tough because, like, you know, if you've got something you love and you're passionate about and you want to make it into a career, a lot of people, you feel maybe a bit of judgment, and then you think, oh, is it going to work? Come on, Em, be a bit realistic. You know, maybe it's time to learn how to be a marketer or something, or a estate agent. But it's like, do you know what? I sort of went through some tough times. I mean, like we all do, you know. I never want to sound like a victim, but I did go through some life-changing things a couple of years ago that sort of put things into perspective for me.
Right.
And I was like, sod it. This is it. I'm going to take a step back. A couple of things sort of align. I think I'm quite spiritual, actually. But a few things happened, and I was like, my contract at my previous role was finishing, and there wasn't really any inkling of me staying there. And I was like, I'm just going to move home, spend time with my family, and then just give this music thing a go. And literally, I was going into venues, begging it, being like, probably looking like a mad woman, going, my name's Em Louise, here's my business card, do you want to see a video of me singing? I'll sing for you, I'll do it cheaper. Like,
Love it.
And then like basically like being like door-to-door sales, which I've worked in sales before, so I was kind of like using skills from that. And then so over the last year and a half, it was April 2024 that I just sort of bit the bullet. Actually no, I lie, because I had a part-time job. I was caring for a disabled lady in the community, and jacked that in January. But anyway, I'm waffling again. But just sort of being brave, biting the bullet, trusting the process, and also being a nice person, being kind, and just, I don't know, I like to tell people that I appreciate everything. So I might have some like venues that I play, and I'm like, thank you so much, like I can't wait to be back. And you really create connections as well. And then there's three things really that I do my own artist project, gigging locally, weddings and stuff, you know, which is great fun. I love going to a wedding. And like when they're like, do you want the cake? I'm like, oh, yes, please. Yes, please. And then the songwriting stuff as well, which I've been doing for about a year, being in sessions with other artists, which is really, really taking off. And there's lots of good things happening about that.
Oh, amazing.
And in a few weeks, I'm going to Denmark for a songwriting camp. And then I'm going to be on the Antisocial songwriting camp in London, which I don't know if this might be wrong information, but I'm sure it's the biggest songwriting camp in the world, or something like that.
We'll have that. Yeah, that'll do. Biggest songwriting.
That'll do. And I'm still there. Like, I can't believe this. Like, I feel like I'm shaking now. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
so how does that kind of tie in with? Because Beth, you've recently just sort of bit the bullet as well, haven't you?
By the time this goes out, I will be slaying, just like Em Louise. Women in music, just absolutely slaying it. We love to see it. Yeah.
What kind of what brought that on for you then?
Time. I need time for my band. I think it's one of those things, and I don't know if you feel the same. It's really hard to go into a 9-to-5 job where you get however much an hour, and then go gig on a weekend and get however much an hour, and it's like, well, it's the same hour. Why am I getting so little here and so much there? Why would I bother with that one? I think that time is more valuable to, you know, like your songwriting projects and your original projects and stuff like that. Having that time to, you know, it's time really. I want all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it as well, and is being able to find that balance where you can earn enough money to give yourself enough time to get better at earning that money, if that makes sense. So the more time you spend rehearsing, writing, promoting, all that sort of stuff, is ultimately that you don't actually get paid for those bits. So you need to make sure that the weekends or the evenings or whenever you're doing your gigs, they need to be really, they need to pay for the other part of it as well, which I don't think a lot of people realise.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, oh, you got paid £200 for that 1 hour. Like, well, yeah, but I've spent all week preparing for this 1 hour.
And
like,
promoting
and making
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't see any of that, or they don't value it as time where you should be getting paid for it.
It's you're practicing, you're promoting, you're travelling, even like you're getting ready. We can't show you.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's all the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask as well, this is sort of going back to the previous question with like all the songwriting camps. You've travelled a lot this year, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've been watching you on Instagram, like, where is Em Louise today?
I don't,
everywhere.
I don't even know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know where I am, but
Global
I'm gonna
pop
roll.
star.
Well, yeah. So I've been sort of doing a lot in the north, up in Wakefield, Leeds, and London, and yeah, there's loads of exciting things. And then I got the opportunity to go to Bucharest with Taliad Music in June, which was amazing. And there's lots of good stuff going on with that kind of stuff. Not too much I can say at the moment, but there's loads of really exciting things happening. And then they're like, oh yeah, we've put you forward for Denmark, and then the antisocial thing. So November, I'm hardly going to be at home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm packing my bags. My parents are going to forget who I am, I think. So, but I like that. I think I thrive in being a little bit chaotic and a bit nomadic. And I don't know whether that's sort of the stimulating life that I like, having ADHD. I don't know. But if I have worked in a 9-to-5 job, and it just wasn't for me. I was sat there writing songs in my head when I knew I should be making calls to sell waste collections to people.
Yeah.
That was the job role. I wasn't very good at it. But yeah, and like what you were saying as well, like the sort of price that you get paid, and then everything that goes into it. I don't know about you, Beth, but I am working all the time, as in I'm thinking about music all the time, pretty much. Like, I wake up and I'm like, oh God, I need to email so-and-so, or I need to, I haven't DM'd that person, or WhatsApp, or I need to Zoom that person, or I need to put in a date for a session then, and and I need to go on PRS. There's constantly things that are going on, which I, again, like that chaos, but sometimes it feels like I don't really know how to clock off from it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme? And it's like, I quit, what was it? I quit my 9-to-5 job to pursue music. Now I work 24/7.
Yeah.
And like, you'd literally do, from the second you wake up to the second you go to sleep, it's like bam, 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 bam. But I think it's good. And I think like that, like you were saying, like that sort of lifestyle, and I think there's a sense of adventure to it, even just being self-employed and like, like going to all these venues with your business card, like, hello, who's this? And like, I think it's all so cool and fun.
It's the grind, isn't it? It's the going through the motions of it.
Love the grind.
Yeah, and I've learned lately as well that like, being a performer, showing people your music, that's brilliant. Being in a room, that's brilliant. But actually, just showing up and chatting to people is actually work as well. Like, for me, sometimes I consider work as going to a rave, and I won't drink. I'll just be in the, chatting to DJs, producers, and I won't do the business card there because it doesn't really seem that cool. On my business cards, I'm the best at the minute. So I'll be like, let's link up, let's have a chat, you're looking for a vocalist, sound, let's get together, and not in that way, but let's meet up, whatever. Oh God, I've got a boyfriend, love you, George. But yeah, you know what I mean? So like, being there, being present, and literally about being friends with people. Like, it is about going out for lunch and maybe having a beer or having a coffee, or it's just as much as it is being in the room with people. I find, and that's what I'm still learning.
It's a lot of networking, and I think as well with like leaving the jobs and being self-employed, having the time. Like, I know me and my partner really want to explore Leeds, and it's we can't go to a gig in Leeds on a Wednesday night. Like, I got to be up at 6, and it's exploring all of these different scenes and having the time to go and be there and be really present as well. Because there's no point in going if you're thinking, oh my God, I've got to be up in 6 hours. And if you can go somewhere and make like real authentic connections with people and just be friends with people, it's all anyone wants. We just want to be friends.
And the music industry is so funny because, like, you think of the word meeting to me sounds bloody serious. I really do think. And you think like the little glass box with like someone there with glasses looking you down. It's like, okay, you're making notes. Maybe someone else making notes. For me, it has like serious connotations. In the music world, you're at the pub. Let's have 5 Guinnesses and talk about the music world. So networking, for me feels a serious word, but in the music sense, it's like
it's very
chilling
fluid,
out with
isn't
people.
it?
Like, it's literally like, oh, do you want to go to this event? And then you meet more friends, and it's very, creatives are just, I just think they're not that serious, but serious about what they love.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like, does that make any sense? I don't know if
I completely get you. I completely.
We need to hit some events together and
we
just go network and have 5 Guinnesses and talk about the music world.
Yeah, I'll bring you to a D&B rave.
Please, I would love that. I'll have my business card with my little acoustic guitar.
That'd be brilliant.
Let's hit some raves.
You might need to get some that like break up into little squares.
Oopsie.
So your song "Carrying the Fire," released earlier this year. Last year, this time last year, is kind of a personal journey of loss. How did writing that song help you kind of work through that emotion?
Yeah, so there's the reason why I want to talk about that today is because it has nearly been a year, and by the time this goes out, I really want to, shine a light on that song because it's probably my favourite one of mine in terms of how personal it is.
Yeah.
But I've always found that writing and the process of writing has been really like cathartic and calming in terms of like embracing my emotions and things like that. So Carrying the Fire came at a time where I felt I could write about a situation that was really difficult, and it was. To be honest, the producer I met, Jim, on the day, I'd never actually met him before. We'd only texted, and I was like shared my whole life story within 30 minutes, and then he was like, okay, let's write a song. And just being able to, I think vulnerability is so like strong, just being vulnerable with people in the studio can then create, magic and things like that. And just by, not having an ego and saying, this is what's happened, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want to write about. And then somebody else is going to relate. Whether that's the person in the room, the person that you show to later. And I felt really lifted when I wrote this, and I felt very excited about finding my sound. And I feel like this song has indie elements with a bit of like a breakbeat style. It's kind of London grammar-y mixed. Yeah, and then with the sax as well, that's kind of very Sam Fender vibes. There's a lot of different random things going in, which is a big reflection on my brain, actually. Very big random things going on all the time. It's like that monkey that goes like that with the cymbals. And then loads of other things going on. But I think I'm waffling again. But I
love it.
This song is very special, and it's about the loss of my younger brother, and Carrying the Fire is a metaphor for carrying the grief and the hard times and how, tough it can be. And it was very honest as well. There's a lyric in there that I'm going to have to remember. I'm so bad at remembering my lyrics sometimes. It's like mascara's falling from my eyes, the lies, da-da-da-da-da. So like, the tears, no one knows that maybe behind closed doors I'm like this. I present as probably the happiest person, and it's very vulnerable. And I think for any artist that's wanting to really push on their vulnerability and their songwriting, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. There's a lot of strength in it, I believe, and you never know what avenue you can explore with that vulnerability. And I also read a book which is called, I can't remember what it's called for the life of me, but it's by Brené Brown. Anyone heard of her? Brené Brown?
No.
It's like Vulnerability is Strength or something. I'll send you the link to it, and then we can link it.
Please
I
do.
forgot what it was, but that was really a very good book. So I can't remember what it was called, but it's fine.
I think that you've absolutely hit the nail on the head with that. There's I think vulnerability, especially in music, I mean, being vulnerable has like a bit of a negative connotation to it, or exposing your vulnerabilities to people. But the reality of it is often quite the opposite. It promotes strength and it promotes growth, and being able to write a song, and for you, it's given you this amazing outlet to be able to vent emotions which often struggle to have words, and that gives you like a framework to put those emotions into. And then on the opposite side of that, you've got the consumption of it, and for people to be able to see and feel and know that they're not always on their own in these situations is a massive, like, I think it works so well, especially in music. So, well done for having the confidence, because it can be very daunting. But, what an amazing song, and what an amazing outcome from the song, So it's really good. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
And I think, like you said there, it is, shine a light on it sort of thing. And 12 months. I read that. I honestly, I've got it written down here, released 8th of November 2024, and I thought, that's this year. And it's not. That was a year ago.
Yeah. And the thing is, Carrying the Fire, basically, I'm going to make it a long story short, because I know what I'm like, but I've done a lot of work with Andy's Man Club over the last few years, and they're a brilliant charity, get to know if you don't already know. But anywho, they are doing a feature film. Well, they've filmed it and edited it, and I saw it the other week.
Oh, wow.
And it's very special, and a few of my songs are in the feature film, Carrying the Fire being one, and it's like the stripped back version, no drums, and it comes in at like a dance scene, and then like little clips of it are brought in. And honestly, the film was so touching, and being there with all the Andy's Man Club guys and my partner and all these fabulous people I know, and then hearing, I've never ever heard my own music in a film or in a cinema setting, on the speakers and stuff, and I was like, God, I'm gonna have to keep it together. Should have bought some tissues, but then I just thought, and then what I did on the way home, I put the song on in the car, bawled my eyes out, because I felt like I've just got to keep it together whilst I'm talking to everyone, otherwise I'll be sort of sniffling in the corner. So that's amazing. And Be Right Here is also, which was the song I did for Andy's Man Club, is also in the That One Man film. So there's more to come on that in 2026. So
and you recorded on Scarborough Beach the video for that one, didn't you?
That was that. Yeah, that was in April this year.
Yeah.
How exciting. Special.
Right, it's time for the also important question.
Yeah.
It's all about tea. And now I am so excited.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited about this. I'll ask the question, and then you can just show everybody what you've got, because it's great. If your music was, or your sound or style was a flavour of tea, what would it be and why?
Well,
hit me up with this magic.
Okay, so I absolutely love tea. It's all I drink. If you know me, I'm obsessed. But I think today, well, I've got two. Hold on, I'm going to fall off this chair. So I've gone for the limited spice pumpkin edition loose leaf black tea from Whittard. I feel really posh. I didn't get them. These were all gifts, actually. Just because I feel like it's fiery and smells sweet, and I feel like anyone that knows me knows I'm obsessed with Lush, so hopefully maybe that's, I don't know. Anyway, I'm waffling again. And then mint, because it's fresh, maybe? I don't know. I'm not very good at this. But I just love these two. And I feel like they're both very different, and I think some of my music can be more calm and then more loud and busy. So is that good?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was wonderful.
Now what we really want to see is the teapot.
Okay. So I have some apparatus here with me. So this is my little teapot. Hold on, I've got to take the lid off. There we go. And in it I have my little contraption. Not sure what it's called, can't remember.
It's called a tea diffuser.
Tea diffuser, there you go. And the tea diffuser has a little teapot on the end of it.
So cute.
And you will see me drinking out of this every day with my loose leaf tea. It's a bit messy though, sort of on afterwards, quite faffy to get rid of the bits.
Em doesn't have a travel mug. She just walks around with a teapot.
Just name a teapot, guys.
Just drink straight out of the spout. out.
Long arm it. But yes, so that is my tea collection for today.
This should be a new segment, like making tea with Em.
Oh, let's do it. Do you want one? Then we can make one now.
Yeah. Right then, we're going to jump into your first live session. Do you want to tell us what you're going to be performing and a little bit about it?
So this is my song Carrying the Fire, which came out about a year ago, and it explores themes of loss and grief and vulnerability, and I love it very much, and I'm very proud to have showed my vulnerability through sounds. So I hope that you enjoy this.
Thank you very much. Let's give it a listen.
I am treading on water. This life ain't what it ought to be. I am somebody's daughter. A son is what you used to be. I'm trying to stay afloat, but I am losing track of time. My body's getting tired and I can feel the ache inside. So I'll sing, I'll live and I'll write. It's the only way I'll survive. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to run. I wanted to die, but now it's begun. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to run. Now it's our time, we shine like the sun. All I need is for you to understand. I'll take you with me, 'cause I'm still learning to use this gift you left for me. And now I am afloat and I'm not losing track of time. My body's getting stronger and I'm carrying the fire. So I'll sing, I'll live and I'll write. Hey, it's the only way I'll survive. So take me to another life, where I'll see you one more time. Oh, one more time. Can I see you one more time? Oh, I'm trying to survive, but I'm bored of wearing my mask. This life, it travels fast. Mascara's falling from my eyes. The tears that I shed reveal all my lies. Reveal all my lies that I carry inside. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to run. I wanted to die, but now it's begun. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to run. Now it's our time, we shine like the sun. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to run. I wanted to die, but now it's begun. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to run, run, run. It's the only way I'll survive. for me.
If someone is hearing your music for the first time, what track should they start with and why?
Oh, that's a hard question because it's all very chaotic and different at the minute. I'm still like narrowing down on the sound, but I feel like In Bloom, you know, I feel like because, you know, the length of the song, it's like not too long, whereas Carrying the Fire is more of a story. It's just nearly 5 minutes. And I feel like it's very upbeat and there's some nice sounds sonically going on. And yeah, it's not too like heavy. I think In Bloom, yeah. This is me again going off on a tangent like, this. But yeah, In Bloom.
No, we want tangents. That's what we're
We
here
do.
for. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
In Bloom was my song of the summer.
Was it actually?
It was. I was just absolutely bopping to it all
Yeah.
summer. It's so euphoric. Euphoric
Yeah.
is the word I'd use for In Bloom. I think it's a lovely song.
Well, there's a story behind that if you want to hear it.
Please.
So I really wanted to explore like the concept of stutter house. So that's the sound that goes ooh, 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 ooh. And yeah, so anywho, that was the whole thing. And then my boyfriend is called George Bloomfield. So it's all about George.
Oh.
That is so cute.
He's going to be mortified. No, actually, he'll love it that I've said this. But In Bloom isn't just about any old person. It's specific to him. And I showed it him and he was like, this is my favourite song you've ever written. And he just absolutely loves it. And he came out with me and did some content in a field and he does like load of camera work and stuff. And yeah, so it is like specifically about one person. So shout out to you, George. I love you so much.
I think we might have to name the podcast It's All About George.
Let's do it. Or like the Charlie XCX thing that's like, I want to dance with George, you know, the
Yes.
song she wrote.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is a song about love and healing and how, you know, a certain person can make you feel, but it was directed at him.
Oh,
That
that's
is
lovely.
so lovely.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about this a little bit, and some of it's still to happen, I think you mentioned. But you've done some songwriting camps, Bucharest, London, and Denmark. Which is the one that have you already done them in these places, or are you going to one?
Yeah, so I did Bucharest in June with Tyliad Music and this is a really funny name, Ha 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 Productions, which is owned by Smiley, which is like the biggest, one of the most popular artists over in Romania, and he's really cool guy. Got in the studio with him, and then in August I did a drum and bass camp. Which was really fun up in the north in Wakefield. And then I've done a few things for Sync, which is TV stuff. But yeah, so I've got the Antisocial Camp coming up in London, which I'm really excited about, which is again with Tyliad Music. And then going to Copenhagen for a couple of days, a few weeks after that. So it's going to be really fun and exciting. And it's like, you really learn. Like when you're in another country, I feel like it's another way to absorb information and be a sponge and feel inspired. I don't know why I feel like I write better when I'm in another place and there's all these new people and new things and new smells and new foods. It's like you're so excited and thrilled to be there. And there's some amazing people that are going to be there, and I look forward to like the social side of things as well. And there's some really special times. You know, when it comes to songwriting camps, because you'll be working for like sometimes 10, 12 hours, 2 sessions a day sometimes, or 3. And then you'll have some time to chill out after and talk about things as musicians and give each other advice and things to learn about, and really connect and be like, oh, have you struggled with this before? Oh, yeah, I've struggled with that, mate. Oh, so how do you deal with it? Oh, well, I do this. And it's, you know, there feels like that community and that family. And yeah, I've learnt about a lot of things from a lot of amazing people with more experience that I definitely look up to. So,
is there anything specifically, like a moment or anything that really sticks with you from these camps? There always is, but there's a guy called Joe Clear. Hi, Joe. And he gave me loads of tips and tricks in June when I went, and he basically said this thing, and he was like, if you're writing about something, is it going to be micro or macro? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, is it going to be like as small as that
piece of wood on the table, or are we going to write about a film and something massive and visualize all this stuff? So, in terms of the writing stuff, there's things like that I'm always trying to absorb. But there's, we got the opportunity to go to the Bucharest Spa, which was like one of the biggest spas in Europe. And, I felt so lucky to be there and to have that opportunity, as well as doing what I love and creating. And, some of the standard of the stuff that's being produced is like next level. I mean, there was one guy that was sat there, right? I'm going to do an impression of it. He was sat there like this with his feet up, computer, talking to me, just producing like that. I was like, mate, you're not even looking at the screen on the keyboard. How do you know what you're doing? And he was like, everything was like timed perfectly. I was like, this guy can do this in his sleep. Like, what is going on? But yeah, it's brilliant. It is really good fun.
Awesome. So you supported Seafret recently, didn't you? Mm-hmm. How was that?
That was really good. So that was in May. So that was after I saw you last.
Yeah.
And there was a few weeks where I had like quite a few Em Louise gigs, and I did a feature performance down in Bristol with Occo for a tune that we've done with 5X, which was actually played on Boomtown Main Stage, which was really cool.
I know,
And so that one will be coming out soon. And then the Seafret gig, which was just flat number 2 actually as well. But yeah, the Seafret gig was really cool. Got to meet the guys as well up in the green room and have a bit of a chinwag with them and stuff. And they're from Bridge, right?
Yeah.
I think Flamborough.
Yeah, so it was nice to sort of hear the northern accent, really. And their show was brilliant, and the Crescent is I'd never actually been to the Crescent in York before, and with all the lights, it's gorgeous.
What an amazing venue that is. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It gives me sort of Broodnell vibes.
Yeah,
in a way, but not that you should ever compare. But yeah, it was really.
It's a
special.
real. It feels like a very community-based pub or venue. Do you know? You feel like you go in and it's like you feel like you've just jumped headfirst into like the creative world of York music, which I always really love.
Yeah,
and everyone that's there is great, and all the promoters that that work there are amazing. So it's my favourite.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, isn't it? That community feel and getting everyone down, and people that might even be arriving and listening on their own, having a mingle and whatnot. But yeah, that was really, really, really good fun.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe it when I got the email through. I was like, I'm cancelling all my plans on that day. I am there. And I was like, when you read something and you think, I always think it's spam.
Yeah.
Or like someone's trying to like pull my leg or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I do that, and I like
being super careful replying.
And I'm like, Mum, can you help me read this? Am I overthinking? And she's like, always calms me down. Or George, either one of them. So
I always have to like do a deep dive into the person and like, right, so they say they're from this company, so I look at that company and see if they're on that company.
LinkedIn.
And then like, I got an email from someone and I was like, that can't be right. So I found the company on like Company's House, and now I've gone too far now, Adam. You need to go back into the real world.
That is a deep dive going on to Company's House. But look, I get it because you
just never know these days, do you? It's just like, and I think to myself, what would they get out of scamming me if from that email that I'm overthinking, like where are they trying to get any money from? Because I ain't got any money anyway, so it's not going to happen, is it? But
no, but you've got to be careful because you just don't know. You just don't know, and you've always got to sort of be excited, but just have that sort of like, oh, could this be a bit dodgy? And when it just feels too good to be true sometimes, and it's like, there's no way, Jose. How you joking me? And sort of
jumping back to that imposter syndrome, I suppose, a little bit, isn't it? Like, it's like,
why would they email me?
Yeah, and I think sometimes it links to like self-doubt. I think sometimes I'm sort of like, oh, I don't know if I'm quite good enough or if I've got enough content, and I beat myself up. I'm getting better at it for not, for that kind of stuff. But I think every musician would say the same, sort of thing. But I'm not a fan of really putting things on social media, but I know it's part of the thing. And sometimes I listen to myself back and I'm like, oh, Jesus, what was that? Like, no. But then, you just have to overcome it and be like, it's just edit, post, I have to listen to it, put the phone away.
This is it. I was saying this to Jack yesterday. I was making all these reels and I was like, sometimes you literally got to put it out and just forget it exists.
Yeah.
And just, because it's so hard to not watch back and cringe. But your social media is incredible. Honestly, every time I go on Instagram, I'm just like, she's just slaying.
It's very chaotic.
Absolute girl boss.
And the secret is scheduling posts. So if I've got like a free afternoon, I'll be like, right, I'm so busy this week, I'm not going to have a minute to be on socials to actually physically think about what I'm going to do. So I'll think, okay, throwback, that could be Monday night's post at 6, whatever. Like, I've got posts scheduled for tonight. The only thing is on videos, some of the things don't work, so you have to go in and then edit But it's a bit of a lifesaver if you're on the go, and because I don't really want to be in a session or at a gig thinking, oh, I must post. It's like, no, I want to be in the moment. I want to, because it sort of then distracts me from being creative. So if I've got it's a bit sad really, but it's just the way of the
again,
world.
it's the reality of music, innit? That's like everyone gets this glamorized. I suppose it's the reality of social media, and if you want to tie it that far back, but it all looks glossy and nice and easy. The reality of it is scheduling posts, working out which is going when, and all these other like tiny little macro things.
Yeah. And I will be sat there, I won't be showered. I'll be just, ready to go to the gym or something, and I will look horrendous. And that is the reality of it. It's not as glamorous as what people, think. Sat there with a cup of tea, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
So, that kind of ties in really well to what I want to ask you next. With your fiercely sort of independent approach, self-managed, self-funded, what's the biggest like pros and cons that you like from the challenges that you've faced?
Interesting. Good question. I like it. I feel like let's start with the negatives so we can then end on a high.
I like it. Yeah, great.
I feel like sometimes I would love for somebody to be like, you deal with this, this and this, and I'll deal with all your social media.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'll film you for a month, or I'll take care of all the messages, the emails, because it's not a 9 to 5. I get text messages at 2 a.m. being like, "Do you want to have a session in February?" I'm like, sweetheart, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Can we just like have a minute, And then so I do sometimes feel like being on my own, but I do have a team around me, which is like family, friends, George, and some amazing musician friends as well. But like, doing it all on my own, I do sometimes wish I had someone to help me with the admin side of things. ADHD and admin do not go hand in hand. I've got like 4 of the same song registered on PRS. I really need to sort that out. Just about finished my PPL registration, and it's like I procrastinate with all that kind of stuff. But in terms of being on stage, and do you know what I mean?
It's a lot.
It's boring as well, isn't it?
Boring. I don't like being sat at a laptop. I feel like I'm going square-eyed, and I just want to be making music. But it's part of the thing, and I've had to really be on it. I've got a few folders. They're all sort of all over the place, but with everything in, and people's contact details, and all of that kind of stuff. But it does drive you mad, and sometimes I wish I did have a manager to help me organise more gigs and things like that. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe it's still a bit premature, and I believe that things will happen in its own time. And try not to have too much. I'm saying all the time, like you know
this.
But
I know it. I know it's true. It's fine.
But like, just try not to put too much pressure on myself, because I can be really bad at that, and I can be like, oh, I need to put another song out. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh, I've not done enough of that. Oh, I need to, make it seem like I'm doing more than and it's like all this pressure, but actually just calming down, letting things take its course, being creative, I think is really important. But the pros of it, I think you learn to what are the pros? I think I've learned to be independent and not to take any bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry for my French. And I think maybe, is that admirable? I don't know if it's admirable. Maybe.
What, to not take any bullshit?
No, to kind of be like, I'm going to do this on my own.
Oh gosh, it's so admirable.
Like, and I think I know what's going on all the time. I know there's no one hiding anything from me, because there's no one else to be filtered through. Although, like I said, that would be lovely in some cases. I know exactly what's going on. I've actually just got a lawyer.
Have you?
Okay, Slay.
Ed Sheeran's lawyer.
No way.
I know, right?
Goodness.
Lego house, full circle
That's
moment.
it, yeah. So I'll come back.
Yeah,
Mum, look at me.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that at the moment. But there's yeah, I don't really know what the pros are. I suppose it's just I know what's going on all the time, and I can keep my eyes on everything, and there's a lot of freedom with that, and I can sort of go random places. But yeah, obviously I've got to work my ass off on a weekend and Thursday through to Sunday to basically financially sustain me getting the trains down, because my God, the trains in this country are extortionate.
Yeah.
I know.
181 quid with a rail card the other day, should have been 269 without. I was like, you're joking, you could get to Rome for cheaper than that.
Crying.
But anyway, that's by the by. But yeah, I think there's lots of pros and cons, but I think I just got to keep going and be
I think
positive.
ultimately the pros are that you're your own boss.
Yeah.
The cons are that you're your own boss.
That's basically it. Yeah, you said it like how I should have said it. But like, I was just like going around the houses.
But I didn't. I fathomed that out whilst you was going around the houses. Like the truth of it is that you're your own boss. Like I do what I want, but then I'm also accountable for what I do. And that's
this is it. Like I need to get better at being like less around the bush. But then maybe that helps with songwriting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but it's all about, you know, when we've done this, like we do this project and we, you know, not that we know what we're doing now, but when we first started it, we really didn't know what we were doing. And we didn't have a clue. And it would just like, every time that we finished an episode, me and George and Kitty or whomever would sit down and be like, what went well, what didn't go well, right? Batteries went dead on that camera. Can't have that happen again. Like, that's just a silly mistake. We'll buy more batteries. And it's just a simple case of, like, you just go through and you make all these mistakes. Do you know, it'd be boring if we turned up with 20 batteries to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of the learning curve, you know what I mean? And it's like the same thing with being your own boss, is that you make these mistakes, but then you also find out creative ways to overcome them, which you might not have... Do you know, if someone said to you, oh, the best way for X, Y, and Z is to do X, Y, and Z, and you're like, oh, okay, but then you never have any experience of anything else other than that, do you? So I don't know. I think you've got to. I think you just got to experience it.
You just got to be out in the wilds and see what happens, and if the hyenas come and attack, kick them away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really random.
I wanted to ask, like, would you say that one of the pros is sort of like having, I don't know, like having control over your own life? Do you think? I don't know if that's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, but one thing I'm really bad at is actually having my own life, as in, like, I'm so invested in my work that I'm like, shit, I haven't seen my friend in like 3 months, and like, you know, sometimes it's like I'm so like blinkers on, vision of what I want to do, and all these things that are going on, all these sessions around the country, that it's like sometimes I need to take a step back and put in my diary time for my family, my boyfriend, friends, and rather than just like being on the hamster wheel. Because the thing is, I've been on the hamster wheel before, and I go and I go and I go, and then I fall off, and then I normally have a bit of a breakdown, but then it's fine because we come back up again. But yeah, I feel like I'm very good at booking myself up to a point where my mum's like, this is getting silly now. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Liverpool, Wakefield, London, Copenhagen, oh yeah, it is getting silly. It's, you know, sometimes I'm like so excited to be on this journey, and like feel like there's momentum, and like I can't possibly break it. But I've got people around me that say, take a chill pill. But I struggle to relax. I don't know about you guys, I can't sit still. I'm always sort of like fidgeting and twitching. And today, before I came out, I was meant to like practice some sax, and I just decided to rearrange all my plants in my room and like take all the dead leaves off and do all these weird and wonderful things. And now they're in like my shower, and then I like had to Google, is it okay for plants to be in the shower, or is it going to be there? So yeah, anyway. Oh God.
I love it. So what can we expect from these new sessions that you're working on? I know you're keeping things under wraps a little bit. Any teasers for us?
As in, like, you want to hear something?
No, not necessarily hear something. Tell us about it.
Okay, so I've got a song that I am going to be releasing in the next few months called Chaos, and I must admit, I think it's going to be my favourite one I've done. and it's like an emotive drum and bass track with a gospel choir on and saxophone, and I've co-written it even with two of the guys from Skinny Living, an indie Wakefield based band. So Ryan and Danny were in the stew. I feel like I'm really cool when I go, I'm in the stew, in the studio with me, with producer James Oliver, who is an amazing producer, and we're really good friends as well. But yeah, the track is all about sort of being vulnerable again, being ADHD, and all about chaos. I mean, it's yeah, and I've got a vision for this one, and hopefully there's going to be some paint involved, but that's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then
Colour me intrigued.
Yeah. So, and then I've got a collab with Occo and 5X called Radiate, which was the one that was on Boomtown Main Stage, and I'm so excited for this one. But that's just got a bit of a delay at the moment whilst some bits and pieces are going on. And then what's the other one? This is what it's like, honestly. I've got two whiteboards with all this stuff on because I forget. I've got loads of other collabs going up on for Pitch, but for my artist project as well, and I'm really excited to get more stuff out there, because my goal is every song just get a little bit better and better and better. Yeah. Find your sound more, because my Spotify's all over the place. Honestly, it's like, you know, the first few songs I'm not sure what I was really doing, and I was just getting used to distributing things on my own and promoting and seeing what works and faffing around, and you know. Then it was sort of the emotive stuff, which I then started to find my sound more with, and, you know, fusion of dance, drum and bass, indie, soul even. So definitely going down the trajectory of finding my feet of what Em Louise stands for and what Em Louise is, and not being afraid to try out different things, even if it doesn't work out. Amazing.
Well, it's time for us to drop into your second live session. Would you like to tell us what you're going to be performing and a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this song is called In Bloom, and this song is written about you, George. You know who you are. It's going to be so mortified, obviously. And it's a real feel-good tune, and it goes into themes of healing and love and joy. So enjoy.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Can we have forever in the palm of our hands? It's now or never. Yeah, nothing gets better. You're like the waves in the sand in sunny weather. You feel like home, I want your skin on mine. Be that now or later, yeah, you taste divine. When I am with you, you make me feel brand new. Like a sunflower, you got me in bloom. Kaleidoscope of different colors. The clouds have departed. They disappeared when we started. You feel like home, I want your skin on mine. Be that now or later, yeah, you taste divine. When I am with you, you make me feel brand new. Like a sunflower, you got me in bloom.
So you've made it all the way through to the quickfire round. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
I mean, regular listeners will be sick of hearing me say this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm shit at writing quickfire questions. They usually require a long fire answer. So we'll just see what happens, and we'll just take it from there. Especially with you wanting to wonder.
I'm gonna have to really keep it really short and sweet. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah. This section usually takes about 10 minutes, start to finish, with like signing off and everything. So if we can, we'll see what happens. We'll see how we go.
Might be here all night.
Yeah. Right. So saxophone solo or vocal ad-lib, which one wins every time? What would you rather do?
A vocal ad-lib.
Easy. That was quick.
Really
I
focused.
thought you would have said saxophone.
I didn't
solo.
know, to be fair. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Curveball.
nice.
No.
What's one record you'd save from a fire?
Save from a fire. Oh, God, that's hard. This is going to be a quick fire. Oh. Wicked Games.
Wicked Games. One song you wish you'd written.
Probably Wicked Games again.
Doubling up.
Or anything by London Grammar.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
What's the worst gig you've ever played and what made it unforgettable?
I love this question. This is one of, so normally the questions rotate and I'll pick different ones, but this one stays in all the time because it gets the best answers.
I can imagine. Sorry, as soon as you said that, I was back in the space of this venue. I'm not going to say where it was, but I was performing at this venue a few times. I'm not going to say when it was, like, time of the year or anything either. But I had to say, look, I just don't think we're compatible. It was like a breakup because it would be like on a Sunday night at like 9 o'clock and the only person that was there was my mum, which was fine. She was loving it, but
that's a lot of pressure on your mum though to buy a lot of drinks and keep it feasible.
I feel like I'm such an empath. I feel guilty if no one's buying like hot chocolate or whatever they're drinking, and I'm not going to say the venue, but it's at the tip of my tongue. But yeah, I had to say, listen, it's time we part ways, sweetie, because it's just not working, and I just no.
Where is it? Somewhere I know.
Yeah, probably.
Is it?
Yeah, but the atmosphere, just like, there was one time I was there and, oh God, I really hope they're not watching this, but it's fine because I haven't said any names. But there was this one time where some dude was lurking outside and then the police came and it was just weird. It was just weird vibes. And there was like, I'm very big on being social with people that I work with, whether that's for like a local cafe or like a bigger scale venue, like befriending everyone and being like, let's be friends on Instagram. But these guys, like, nobody was there. Like, they had their own rig and lighting rig, and I just thought, I'm just going to use my own kit. There was like not really that kind of relationship, and I just thought it's not really what I stand for. This, so I'm out.
Yeah. Brilliant. One artist that made you want to start singing.
Oh God, I was so young at the time. I'm going to say Becky Hill, even though that was more like 18 plus, but yeah, Becky Hill.
I thought it were Ed Sheeran, to be fair.
I was half expecting you to say Ed Sheeran. Becky Hill is a great answer though. She's got fantastic voice.
I mean, Ed Sheeran was the idea of the song, but Becky Hill is a big inspiration. And Amy Winehouse as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful. What is the weirdest thing you've been asked after a gig?
I've been asked to do a party for someone, and then afterwards they were like joking, I just want to take you out for fish and chips. And I then grabbed the business card back and said, I'll see you later, mate, I've got a partner, thank you.
Very specific, not just any don't want to take you out for tea, wants to take you for fish and chips.
So weird.
It could have been like, what's that really good one in Whitby called?
Magpie.
Magpie, yeah.
But
If he'd have said Magpie to you, would you have been like, I'll go fish and chips, but
No. He was very convincing. It was like, I really need you on the 14th of September to do this party for me, and it's going to be at this location at this time. I was like packing up at the same time, so I was sort of half listening. I thought, oh yeah, mate, yeah, sure, we'll have a chat after. I said, here's my business card. And he went, I've only just got it so I can get your number so I can ask you out for fish and chips or something. I was like, oh dear. But there's been all sorts. That's just the first thing that came to my mind.
yeah.
Thing is, if you're into, do you know what I mean? If you were into it, that's kind of like, oh, that's some riz there. But if you're not at all, it's like, hang on a minute, that's bloody creepy. Give me my card back.
Yeah, it was quite creepy. Yeah.
At least he admitted it early on, and you could snatch that card back.
Yeah,
because I thought I had a business opportunity then. I
know,
thought,
yeah,
this is
you're
it.
like,
Nice
nice one.
one. Getting fucked up. But, yeah, it's yeah.
Fish and chips,
that's
though. I
really
think
weird.
That's cool. That's a cool.
It's not cool. Don't
It's not
encourage this
cool.
behaviour.
No, I'm not saying that you should falsely advertise yourself as a business opportunity to then like creepily, but like going up to someone and going,
fish and chips.
I take out fish and chips. Yeah, I think it's funny.
It's a little.
It was so believable though. I can't even. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah. Whose party is it? Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, it was good.
Is it mine? It's just me and you. We're off to get fish and chips.
Oh no, good thanks. Thank you though.
That's creepy. I'm sorry. That's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of random things that go on, and
Yeah.
but it's fine. You just like over the head.
Yeah.
Smile and wave, sweetie. Smile and wave.
Oh dear. Right, it's time for you to promote yourself a little bit. Tell us where we can find you, where we can find links to gigs, to tickets, to what's coming out. Where are we looking? What are we finding?
Yeah, so you can find my socials, well, my Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok.
TikTok at Em Louise Music with 2 C's because I wanted to be edgy at the time, so that's why I've kept the extra C, and I think Em Louise Music was just taken, so Em Louise Music with 2 C's for TikTok and Instagram. And then if you go on my Instagram bio, you'll find my link tree, which will take you to all the places that you need to be. If you've got any inquiries about sessions and stuff, it'll take you to my email, my Spotify, and all of the above, YouTube, anything like that. But yeah, new music coming out probably early 2026 and onwards, and lots of exciting things. And I've got a few festivals coming up as well, so keep an eye out. That was a really bad wink. Oh God, I was so not smooth. It looked like I was doing something really strange.
Such a cool, like, yeah, then fucked up the wink.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, sir. Keep an eye out. Oh, that was awful. God,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but, thank you so much, guys, for having me on, and I'm so excited to be here. It's been amazing, and we've been back and forth for like quite a few months now.
Yeah, we've been trying to work dates out, and like I'm super rubbish.
No, you're not. Don't ever say that. Honestly, it's been fantastic, and you guys are all awesome. So thank you. And shout out to George, by the way. He's just like floating around the background here, being a legend. So yeah,
he's
Makes a banging cuppa.
He does. He makes a banging cup of tea, and he's our little hidden gem, isn't he?
No,
just knocking about. I'll.
Hell yeah. But
give him a little bit of credit every now and again.
That's the only time I've heard you say something nice about John.
But yeah, hope to be back one day, for
Absolutely.
a catch up. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, we'll have to. I can't even get my words out.
Been me most of the day,
Yeah, once you've released a couple more tracks, we'll have to get you back in and revisit.
And I
see
might be
what's
getting a
changed.
band as well.
Oh, well,
Oh my God.
that's
I
it.
know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I retract my previous statement. Once you've got the band, we're going to have to do it.
I'm
What
working
instruments
on
are
it.
you thinking?
Drums, bass. Well, hold on, let me work this through in my head. Keys, bass, guitar, and then I'm missing something. Basically, all I'm thinking of is if I have the people I'd like in it, there'll be 3 saxophones.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't know if that's a bit busy. Do you know what
Nope.
I mean? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I've got a lot of figuring out to do and a lot of conversations to be had. But I think it's about time I get my act together.
If I can get involved in any way, please let me know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to need an MD,
An MD.
musical director.
Hey up. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll be a musical director any day of the week, love. But yeah, so I can just So bear with me, but it's going to happen.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
saying it
exciting.
now, I'm speaking it into existence. and all that, you know.
Manifest it.
Manifesting, absolutely.
Manifestation, yeah.
100%. Well, thank you very much for coming. For everybody The links will be below to all of Em's social medias. I know, look, showing off your tea again. You've proper thrown me off now.
Sorry, I was going to say sorry for a tea. I'm getting distracted.
So all the links will be below. Thank you again for coming. It's been absolutely amazing. Remember, you can follow Indie Tea Talk on Instagram. Again, links down below. Please do hit that subscribe button. It really does help for us to keep doing this and to help keep promoting all the amazing artists such as Em. Until next time, thank you very much.
Thank you. Definitely follow these guys. They are legends, and what they're doing is really special. So,
Woo!
yeah, just awkwardly like
I'm trying to clap, but I've got tea in my hand.
This is going to be like the softest outro ever. Fade to black.